Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone's doing good. You're having a good week so far. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. So guys, today let's talk about one Michael Edwards has gone. He's going in May. It's the end of the time, end of his tenure at the club. He's been at the club for 10 years now. 6 of them he's been director of football, and this is going to be a big miss. He's one of the best directors of football out there. The deals he does are amazing. What he's done for us with limited budgets, limited wage structures, can't be ignored. He's done a fantastic job, hasn't he? And it's quite a sad day actually that he's leaving in May. And Julian Ward, his assistant, has been working under him for 8 years, I believe, 6 to 8 years. He's been working with him, and he was in charge of the loan system set up at the club. He's been in charge of that, seeing that through. So hopefully, him coming over and taking over Edwards' job is quite a smooth transition. Now he knows everything that's happening in and out the club, so I actually prefer this appointment and now going for another director of football from another club somewhere, bringing him in, and him having to learn like the way that the clubs run, the way FSG do business, the ways, the transfer structure, so on and so forth. So going this way makes more sense, more positive sense to me. But there's a lot of upset, as you can imagine, because a lot of people who are not big FSG fans believe the reason Edwards has left because for the last few years he hasn't had much to do, and they don't give him enough money to do transfers, and he's got fed up and left. But reading the letter that he put out, there weren't really any sign of him. Not that he would say that out and out. He wouldn't actually come out and say that against his employers, but it's not even worded in a way that's the reason. He loves the club. Apparently, he's been a fan since he was a kid, which I never knew. He's gonna be missed. He's Edwards. The job he's done. I can understand his frustration. If he has been frustrated, you can understand it from the last couple of years because of the limited funds and the wage structure and that he has had. So yeah, I can understand why he might be a bit maybe a bit annoyed at times, but he has done some good deals the last few years. When getting Thiago in, I know people think it's cheap that we pay on instalments for a little amount of money, but for someone like Thiago, if we couldn't afford the 30 million up front at the time, then it's a good deal. The Jota one, Klopp was looking at Werner the whole time, and apparently Edwards is coming out now that Edwards always preferred Jota for Wolves. He thought he fit our system better. Because don't forget, Edwards was part of the analytics team before becoming basically director of football for us, and so he's very good at sourcing out players that would fit our system of play, and they believe Jota was a better buy, and also we can get him in a cheaper wage structure, and it turned out to be a great buy. and that was one of his better bit of businesses, personally, if you ask me. Obviously, it was around the Robbo transfer, Kevin Stewart going to Hull, and you get Robbo in basically in exchange. So I think I'm still not quite sure how that transfer was done, because Kevin Stewart apparently went for 8 to 10 million to Hull, and then we got Robbo for 8 million. But it was, I think, the way it was done, it was basically an exchange. So that's one of the best bits of business football in a long time. Left back of his quality for like 8 million. Ridiculous, very good deal. Obviously, he was part of the Virgil van Dijk transfer. Now, obviously, we tried to buy Virgil van Dijk before because we tried to buy Van Dijk before Coutinho was sold. So obviously, we had money to spend to use that. Maybe they knew that Coutinho was going to go maybe at the end of the season, not in January. So they would always fall back on that money. But they wanted to buy Virgil in the first place. Obviously, it went a bit wrong, communication error. They blamed Liverpool tapping him up. So they left it be. And then out of nowhere in January, did the deal. And the money we spent with the Coutinho sale through Edwards was so well done. We bought properly in key areas that gave us our future success after. He got in Van Dijk in that winter. We went on to be in the Champions League final that season. Shored up our defence straight away. Then the following summer, through the Coutinho money, we got was it Alisson, Fabinho, Shaqiri, and we bought in the right areas that improved our team massively, and that obviously Keita came in as well. So all the areas we needed improving helped us massively, and that was down to Michael Edwards and his team, sourcing out the right players. Evening, John. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I've just got my daughter on my lap at the moment. That's why my camera is a little high. No, so Michael Edwards has done he's done a fantastic job. There's no getting away from it. He's done an amazing job, and he's going to be a big miss. And we just hope Julian Ward takes over and carries on the good work from Michael Edwards, which, as I said earlier, I'm sort of glad that that's the route we're going down, because he's been working under him for 6 to 8 years. He knows everything about it all behind the scenes. He knows how to work with FSG. He knows the wage and transfer structure. He's been in charge of the loan system under Edwards. That's been his baby, the loan system, the loan set up, all the players out on loan, and I'm just like, I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be a nice transition. At least we're getting someone in who knows the club, knows what they got to do, knows what's around them, knows what tools they're using. You go and get another one from another country somewhere or another club. It might not work out well for them. So we're keeping the structure there, and that's I'm quite happy with that. And going forward, I think it'll be all right. But it's just bad PR all over again. What's this, John? Hope she's good, mate. Have my wee girl here waiting for the cat. The cat, eh? He might come. Yeah. I think he's eating. No, there he is. Here he comes. Right, so he might sit out there. There you go. There's the cat. Don't go no further though. Stay there. Yeah, he's 14 years old. I've had him since he was 6 weeks old. His name's Scampy. But stay there. Don't get too close. But yeah, Michael Edwards is he's done an amazing job. And hopefully he's got one last bit of business in him before he leaves. That's either the Salah contract. Yeah, there he is, John, in all his glory. Hopefully it's the don't whack me in the head with your tail. Hopefully it's the Salah contract, or he gets somebody in that no one's expecting. You hear a lot of rumours online at the moment. Liverpool interested in Jude Bellingham, and there seems to be really strong rumours about it. And I just don't see it happening. I just don't see us. The only way I see that happening is that we sell Salah in the summer and we buy Bellingham with Salah's money. It's the only way I see that happening. I just don't see Liverpool cost for 100 million unless they can do some kind of payment structure where they cough up, I don't know, half the money, 50 million up front, and then do 50 million in instalments. If Edwards can pull that one out of the bag before he leaves, that would be amazing. Or just get the Salah contract done, because what I'm hearing about the Salah contract ain't too promising at the moment. So apparently, reading today that Salah and his agent and Liverpool are apparently quite apart on their valuation of his new contract. Apparently, Liverpool can want to make him their highest paid player. They don't have no problem with that, but they don't believe they want to meet Salah and his agent's fee of between 400 and 500 grand a week. And that's a sticking point in the contract at the moment. And what I'm hearing is that Liverpool are offering 300 grand a week to make him our highest paid ever player on 300 grand a week. And then there'll be bonuses included to take that up. But apparently Liverpool feel that Salah and his agent won't accept that and put 400 to 500,000 a week. So they're a bit off at the moment, and it's a bit worrying, especially if Edwards is leaving in May and he's the man around all this. It's a little worried about that, if you ask me. John, sorry mate, we girl wants to know the cat's name again. His name is Scampy, and he's 14 years old. With Mike Edwards leaving, we now worry about some business players coming in. We're always worried about our summer business with players coming in after the last few years, even with Edwards there, to be fair. Look, we had one amazing summer, didn't we? When we got Ali, Fabinho, Shaqiri, Keita. That was an amazing summer. That'll probably never happen again, breaking transfer records and so forth. And then getting Virgil the January before. In that same year, we got Virgil in January. And that was the best transfer windows ever. And I look back at last season. Last season, I don't think the transfer window was that bad. We just were maybe a player short. I mean, Tsimikas has turned out to be an excellent buy. He's an excellent left back. Thiago's just been unfortunate with injuries. But he is a tremendous footballer. And then Jota is a quality forward. I think we just missed out on getting a striker or a winger. If we got that last summer, then that would have been really good. And then this summer, obviously, we just bought Konate in. It was going to be a top draw centre back. That was a good bit of business. I think we can all agree on that. Buying Konate was a good bit of business, 36 million. He's going to be top draw. But only buying Konate is not good enough. We needed a midfielder for Gini as a replacement for Gini, and we needed a forward. We needed another forward that Klopp will trust and play. I mean, you look at Jota. Jota was meant to come in apparently as Mane's replacement, going forward. And if Mane had needed to be rested or come out of the team, he was meant to be Mane's replacement. No one ever thought he'd be Bobby's replacement. And now Jota is probably, he's one of the front three now with Mane. He worked his way in there, and Bobby sits on the bench more often than he starts. So we need another forward, definitely need another forward. That's been the only good summer under SG has. I mean, I didn't mind last summer because we did get quality players in. We're just one short. Simicast was good, Thiago was good, Jota was good. We just got another attacker in that had been quality. Don't think we've spent anything really in the last 4 windows, mate. No, we haven't. We haven't spent a dime, and that is a big worry. That is a big worry. We haven't really, because what you're doing then, you're playing catch up. So, not spending last summer, and if we don't spend this January, then if you spend next summer, you're catching up. And what happens is you need to buy 3, 4 to 5 players in and integrate them into the team. And then that might take you a year. So then you're a year behind. So that's a bit of a problem. Also, I think everyone forgets Bobby Firmino and Sadio Mane's contracts are up in 2 years as well. The same as Salah's. But obviously, all the attention's on Salah at the moment because he's one of the best or the best player in the world at this moment in time. So all the attention's on him. But I don't see us renewing all 3 of their contracts. I really don't. And to be fair, I see us renewing Mane and Bobby's contract and Salah leaving. Because I think Bobby and Mane's contracts are easier to renew. I don't think they're as hard to renew. I think they're quite an easy one to do. And then I see Salah leaving in the summer. Red Hot Devil. Road to Red Devil. Sorry. Hi. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're doing well. Man United fan, eh? John, when you win the Champions League and League, you should be spending big when you're on top, mate. Yeah, I agree. Yo, Sammy, how are you? Are you feeling better today, mate? Road to Red Devils. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming in, fella. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, when you're on top, you need to stay on top. So, I mean, winning Champions League the following season, we won the league, so I'm not too worried about that summer. But when we won the league, yeah, it's a difficult one because our first 11 at that time was really good, and improving that first 11 would cost a lot of money. But I always think you could buy very, very good squad players that improve your overall squad for not a lot of money with good scouting. I don't think you have to spend loads of money to get good players. But yeah, so I hope you will, mate. Road to Red Devils. Ward will probably be no different to yeah, I don't think I think he'll be about the same. I mean, he's worked under him for 6 years. Julian Ward, I don't think he'll have too much trouble. I really don't. Stephen and Gerard is probably going to be fun tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to get round to talk about that. This channel, ladies and gentlemen, is a channel that is very underrated. That's my favorite. Oh, you're extremely kind. Road to Red Devils. That's very kind of you. I really appreciate that. I'm trying my best. I'm brand new. I've been doing this just over 2 months. And yeah. I've got a family. I've got 3 kids, and they're all under 5 years old. So trying to get on and do as many lives as I can be a bit difficult. So that's why sometimes I have to do it this time of night. But I'm trying to improve. I'm trying to get better content out there for you guys. I'm going to try and get a better camera, better lighting system. Get myself a microphone. I'm going to improve everything for all you guys. Thanks for sending your love. West Ham are on fire so far. Yeah, West Ham doing well. West Ham doing well. What happened to West Ham? What happened to it? Right, let's talk about that quickly. The West Ham Klopp things. I did put that in my thing. So my description. So I saw a channel. Hang on. I do appreciate your work, Lisa. Oh, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's humbling. Thank you. So yeah, I saw it must be a West Ham YouTube channel, and it was just on Twitter, and they're arguing about Klopp, moaning about Klopp, saying about he's disrespectful and he has no respect for other teams, and he's talking about how bad the ref was, and saying that West Ham goals were set piece goals, and it's the same old West Ham. And then after that, he went into that West Ham were a good team, and blah 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 blah. And I thought that maybe it's just them. So I had a look around at other West Ham fans on Twitter, seeing their opinions and stuff like that, and apparently it's quite a thing. And it's quite a thing with rival fans about Jurgen Klopp. Now, sometimes with Klopp, I will say, like, when he blames the wind in a football game and stuff like that, while we didn't play well, I'm like, Jurgen, don't say that. It's a bit cringe. Just don't say that. Just admit we lost and move on. I understand that the best managers in the world are extremely bad losers. I mean, Alex Ferguson blamed the colour of their kit while they lost 6-3 to Southampton years ago. I mean, that's the worst excuse ever, because apparently he said they couldn't see each other because of that grey kit. Does everyone remember this? Man United had that like grey kit, and they played Southampton, and Ferguson made them change the kit at half time, and they come out in a blue one, I think it was. And Ferguson said they couldn't see each other, and that's why they lost 6-3 to Southampton. These are going to be the greatest manager ever. Don't you remember, Sammy? Don't you remember it? Look on YouTube. There's an interview about it after. It's hilarious. I bet you're Ollie in, Ollie out for life. Well, of course I'm Ollie in. What? I'm Galloway. Could be a bit salty. So, yeah, he can be, but I think all the best managers, the greatest managers, are salty when they lose. They hate losing. They're not used to it. John Moore, imagine if last minute he switched to Celtic. Oh, Jesus Christ. Coming in with the Red Devils there, jeez. Yeah, I do. You remember it, Sammy. John, as a Rangers fan, go to that Gerard leaving, but as a Liverpool fan first, I'm glad he needs to manage in the Prem before he can come back home. Certainly. Yeah, that is a hard one. He would never go so way too much respect for Rangers. Yeah, I don't. There's not many times people swap between Rangers and Celtic, apart from John. You'll know this. Who's the footballer that played for Celtic, and then Graham Souness was his Rangers manager, and he bought him for Rangers. It was the first Catholic player to play for Rangers. He had ginger hair. I think he was a striker. I can't remember his name. And that caused havoc. I think he got death threats and abuse, and that he had to have like security and everything. It was bad, because he was, not only did he go from Celtic to Rangers, he was the first Catholic player to play for Rangers as well. As we know, Rangers is the President side of Glasgow. Thoughts on Ramos start PSG so far? Should his contract get terminated? Ramos is a joke. Now, I'm going to say it quite clearly. I don't like Sergio Ramos. I've never seen a centre-back in my life get praised the way he does by having, I don't know, what's he got, 27 red cards in his career or something ridiculous like that? I mean, to get the praise and lavish he gets, the amount of red cards he's got in his career, I know he's got 100 club goals, which is ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, that's 100 goals for a centre-back is a joke. But it's just, yeah, I've never been a big fan of his. I never have. No, I know he'll do anything to win. You know, he's a winner. And I do like, that's the only one thing I do like about him. He is a winner. And he'll do anything to win, even if it's the dark arts. And you got to respect that. But I've never been a big fan. Never. I mean, I remember seeing him play for, I can't remember the name. Because of Salah 2018 when Real Madrid beat 3-1. No, I didn't like him before that, to be fair. I didn't like him, but I've never been a big fan of his. I mean, I used to watch a lot of Spanish football when it was on Sky Sports, you know, in the early mid-2000s and when that was fantastic. I used to love watching all the Spanish games. They always had 2 games on a Saturday and 1 on a Sunday, and then they'd have their recap show on a Monday, like the highlights and all that. I don't know why Sky ever got rid of Spanish football. I used to love it. And I used to watch a lot of Real Madrid because Real Madrid, Barcelona, you know, they're the main teams that they would show. And I'd never a big fan of him. I really weren't. I just didn't get him. Carrius, please return. Well, he is at Liverpool at the moment. He's at Liverpool at the moment. He's on the. He's actually got a squad number, but he's Liverpool are just going to let him go in January. They're just going to terminate his contract. I later on must say he's a bit dirty. Yeah, he's filth. He's absolute filth. But the dark arts, you know, he's a winner. Good evening, Joe. Good evening, John. How are you, fella? Lampard's Norwich. Is that really happening? Lampard's Norwich. I just don't see how that works. I don't know how that works. Revista de la Liga, yes. Bit of Revista. With Dylan Ballagay and Scott Minto was the presenter. Yeah, I got a story about Scott Minto. Scott Minto, former Charlton player, West Ham player. I taught his son how to swim. So I used to be a swimming teacher, and his son used to come to my swimming club, and I taught his son how to swim. There you go. Bit of a fact about me there. Lampard to Norwich is a weird one. Graham Hunter, yes, he was the press guy, weren't he? He was the newspaper guy, Scottish guy. What do you think of what do you think it would take for managers like Pep, Klopp, and Tuchel to get sacked? Probably fuck the chairman's wife. Yeah, probably that. Yeah, probably fuck the chairman's wife. That's probably what it'd take. Yeah. Other than that, they're unsackable almost. I mean, who's going to sack Pep and Klopp, for goodness sake? You know, if FSG sacked Klopp, you know, every Liverpool fan around the world would storm there, would go get on a plane, fly to Boston, go to their headquarters, barge their door down, and hang them out the window. Pep, you know, it's Pep, ain't it? You can't sack Pep. And Tuchel, be fair, at Chelsea, you know, you can finish runners up and win the double the season before and still get sacked. So they ain't John Terry. No, he's a shithead, ain't he? Tuchel always never say at Chelsea he could go any time. He goes on about, yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's Tuchel's. It's the thing with Chelsea. They sack managers even when they're doing well. I mean, look at Ancelotti. Won the double. The following season, it weren't going too well for him, and they got rid of him. Don't matter who you are. Doesn't matter who you are at all. But yeah, so yeah, I'm not a fan of Ramos. John put. He also left Celtic to go bad. Jesus, crazy up there. But with Stevie, all right. I don't want to ever play against a Stevie Gerrard team ever. I never want to play against a Stevie G team ever in my life. I've got to go now. Sold to you for more vids. Might have to give you a shout since I have 700 plus subs. Bye for now. Oh, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. I'll see you again soon, fella. Have you got a Twitter or anything? Can you? My Twitter's in the description. Follow me on Twitter if you like, if you don't already. Yeah, I never want to play against a Stevie Gerrard team, and it's going to be heartbreaking. You know, the reason he went to Rangers is because he never wanted to play against Liverpool. You know, so he went to Rangers, knew he's safe up there, can do his work, and he was doing a great job. I mean, they're 4 points in front of Celtic at the moment. They're going well. They've only lost one game. I think that was the opening day of the season. You know, and he could probably go back-to-back champions for Rangers. And I think people forget the good job he did in Rangers. Now, Rangers ain't got much money. All the stuff that happened to them, getting relegated to League 2, the second division in Scotland, working their way back up. Andy McCoy's got them back up into the top leagues. But they still found it hard because Celtic had all the power and all the money. And Steven Gerrard had to turn all that around. And everyone, all you hear from people go, well, he's only won one trophy and that was one league and blah, 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 blah. You know, to beat Celtic for that league in Scotland at this moment in time is a massive achievement. Massive achievement. And as I said, if he stayed at Rangers, which he's not, it looks like he's going to Villa. But if he did stay at Rangers, he would have probably won back-to-back league titles. And Rangers fans love him up there, absolutely adore him. And he's done an amazing job. And I mean, his man management skills are amazing. You only have to look at, is it Kamara who got racially abused against Slavia Prague, was it? And the way Gerrard stuck up for him, and the way Gerrard stuck up for him was so heartwarming. And you know, he just believed him straight. There was none of this rubbish going around. You know, Gerrard stuck up for him. Told UEFA where they can stick their rule. You know, told UEFA where to go. How abysmal they're doing racism and all that. And Gerrard is his man management skills are amazing, and I can understand why the Rangers guys absolutely adore him. Who's the next manager to get the sack in the Prem? It's not going to be Ollie. It's when you find his face. How was the Scottish table looking at? I think I looked at it earlier. I think Rangers are top, are 4 points clear of Celtic in second. The job he's done at Rangers is unreal. Some of the top Premier managers could do the job he did with money. And yeah, exactly. He's done an amazing job. And you know, let's not beat about the bush. Rangers are in a bad state, and what he's done. I mean, everyone forgets the good run he had in Europe last season. An excellent run in Europe last season with Rangers. Punching way above. And he's obviously got excellent man management, but he's Steven Gerrard. and he's got wherever he goes, he's going to have automatic, respect from everyone wherever he goes, whatever club he goes to. He's going to get that automatic respect. They're going to love him, and no, he's going to do. I think Villa. I think he's going to pick Villa up big time. I know a lot of people are saying like it could be a bit of a it's the unknown for Aston Villa getting Stevie G in as their manager, and he's going to be learning on the job, and he is a little bit. He's a young manager. He's what, 41? I think he's like 41, 42. He's a young manager. He's going to be learning on the job, but it's the respect he's going to get from that Aston Villa team as soon as he walks through the door. It's Steven Gerrard. And I don't know, is he bringing, John, do you know if is he bringing Gary McAllister with him? Is he going to be his number 2? Or is Gary McAllister staying on as the Rangers manager now? You'll know better than me, John. Because if Gary McAllister comes as well, that it's worked beautifully in Rangers. And I think they've gone so much respect at Villa. Gerrard and McAllister as manager and just set number 2, I think could do wonders. I can't see Gerrard, being there and John Terry's number 2 or whatever like that. You know what I mean? It's not going to work, is it? So Gerrard, I think will do well at Villa. He could be the best manager Villa had, and he brings in the whole team with him. Yeah, he's bringing his whole team with him. So he's bringing Gary McAllister with him, and all the other guys. That's going to be. This could be massive for Villa. Could be huge because Villa have got money. I think they're the 4th richest owners in the Premier League, if I believe rightly. I think Newcastle City. I think Tottenham owners and Villa owners. I think they're like the top 4 owners, wealth-wise. Yeah, he's going to get money to spend. And the players Aston Villa have got, they've got some decent players. I know they lost their best player in Grealish, but I thought they bought quite well in the summer. Bundia, he's a good buy from Norwich. I think he'll do well under Gerrard. Who's what's the Jamaican fella they got from Bayer Leverkusen this summer? Is it Leon Bailey? I think he's that injured at the moment, but he's dynamite. He's quick as anything. He's got great ability on the ball. Got a good forward there. I really like John McGinn. I really, really like John McGinn. I think he's a solid midfielder. Yeah, he's got good players there. I believe in the team of coaches he has, and he won't leave them behind. No, quality. It's the sort of guy Gerrard is, though, ain't it? He's a diamond, and I think he's going to do well with Villa. I believe the Aston Villa Liverpool game is the 11th of December at Anfield, so that's going to be crazy. Klopp versus Gerrard. Wow. If that weren't on TV, it will be now. There's no doubt about it. If that game wasn't meant to be on TV, it will be now. Klopp versus Gerrard. Jeez. Gerrard coming back to Anfield for the first time since he left. That is an opposition manager. That's crazy. I don't know how to feel about it. Really don't know how to feel about it. But it's a good test for him. And he believes he can improve this Villa team, and he's got the ability to do it. Good luck to him. And let's face it, if he does a good job with Villa, and they stay a top 10 team, if he can keep them in the top 10 for the next couple of seasons, keeps improving them, playing well, it improves his chances of being the next Liverpool manager. really does. And you know, he's got to be Liverpool manager, ain't he? We all know this, but part of me doesn't want Gerrard to be the Liverpool manager straight after Jurgen Klopp, because there's got to be a dip. There's got to be a natural dip. When great managers leave clubs, there's always a dip. Don't matter who you are, that comes in after. There's always a dip, and it's usually the second or third manager in that starts coming up again. And I always thought, when Klopp leaves, just let Pep Linders do a job. Let Pep Linders carry on, you know, the work Klopp's done. And after Pep Linders is finished, then get Gerrard in. Because I don't want what happened to Gerrard, what happened to Lampard at Chelsea, and Alan Shearer at Newcastle, and so on. You know, we don't want that. So, yeah, it's a crazy one. It's a crazy one. Yeah, so the 11th of December, Liverpool Villa, Sammy. 11th of December. I believe it's at Anfield as well. So, yeah, if it wasn't on TV, it's going to be on TV now. Klopp versus Gerrard. You know, Klopp loves Gerrard. You know, Klopp in his he did an interview for Sky Sports before the Man United game, didn't he? And it was like a Q&A thing, and they asked him, what player would you love to work with that you never worked with? And he said Stevie. You know, after meeting him and everything, he'd love to work. Could you imagine Steven Gerrard in the Jurgen Klopp team? Jeez. Different. Completely different. But yeah, I think, just to finish on the Gerrard talk, I think Gerrard to Villa is a brave choice by Villa, but I also think it's a good choice. And I think Stevie will do well at Villa. Big club, huge respect to Villa, and Gerrard will walk in there with huge respect already. The Villa players will love him. And there's players in Villa that I think Gerrard get a tune out of. I really think he gets something more out of McGinn. I can see McGinn working really well under Gerrard. But you know, I think it's a good match. I really do. I could see Pep staying as Stevie, number 2, helping along the way. Like, yeah. With James Milner, it's a strange one with James Milner, because obviously James Milner is a massive Leeds fan. He Leeds through and through, but I think Liverpool holds a close bond with him. I think he feels really close to Liverpool and the people, and I think it's quite similar to where he's from in Leeds. Same sort of people, the way everything is, and that. So I think he does have a strong bond with Liverpool. And what is it? I just don't. Obviously, I think James Milner planned out to finish his playing career at Leeds. You can understand that, but I just don't see how he plays for Leeds under Bielsa. So maybe Milner, because Milner's out of contract this summer, ain't he? So maybe Milner signs a year deal with a coaching, like player coach. Because I've noticed that Milner, when he's injured, he still turns up for games. And even injured, he turns up for games. And when was it when we played? Who was it we played? I can't remember who we played. I think it was when we played Aston Villa and we played all the kids. And Milner stayed to help out all the kids in that game. He stayed on the bench and helped them out. So maybe we'll give him a year deal after this, you know, give him a coaching deal. I'd like Milner to stay on as a coach. I think that'd benefit the team. I really do. Really do. I love James Milner. Great servant to the club he's been. And a free transfer. Now, we don't do many free transfers, and he's been one of the best ones. But Stevie is a number 2 to Pep. I just don't think Stevie would want to be a number 2 now after he's been manager. it's hard to go step about unless his manager he comes in and puts Linda's his number 2 under him. But I do believe when Gerrard becomes Liverpool manager, Jamie Carragher will be his number 2. I think Carragher don't want to be a manager. He's already said that. That's why he went into doing punditry for Sky. But I have a feeling that Gerrard will coax Carragher out of that and give him as his number 2. The Gerrard Carragher, manager and assistant at Liverpool. I can see that happening. I really can. He loves the Carl Jones, doesn't want to leave us. Milner. I don't think he does either. I think Milner, he has a strong bond with Liverpool. I mean, Leeds is his club, but I think, like Henderson, Henderson's from Sunderland. Sunderland's probably his boyhood club. He's played for Liverpool for almost 11 years now, and after his contract, it's going to be almost close to 14 years he's played for Liverpool. Liverpool's his club. He's always got a strong bond. And I think into Milner as well. We need to keep these players. There's always this saying, like, when they get to like Milner's age, 35, going to be 36, you just let them go. Thanks for your service. See you later. But I always think it's important to keep these players around. So if he wants to pack up his career, he wants to retire from playing. He feels like he's done what he can do, and he don't feel like he's going to do any more or win any more. Or you keep him on as a coach because that experience around the club for younger players like your Harvey Elliott's is a massive. And I don't think you should just get rid of older players just because they've seen out their time. I think you can always use them in a coaching role or stuff like that. That's what I would do for Milner. I really would. But yeah, so Gerrard thing spoke about, Milner thing, Gerrard thing spoke about the West Ham. Yeah, Klopp gets a bit salty and bitter and can talk a bit. Sometimes you wish he didn't say certain things, but all managers do it. The best managers are always blaming anything but themselves, and that's what they do. It's what the best managers in the world have always done. And you're telling me what I don't get, with the West Ham fans that are moaning that Klopp said it was a red card. I thought it was a red card. I know he got some of the ball. Tompkins. He got not Tom. Who was it? Tompkins. I can't remember that. He got some of the ball, but he went through. I mean, it was knee high with both legs up. It's a red card challenge, and of course Klopp's going to moan about it. Why wouldn't he? He's not going to just accept it. He's not going to come in on an interview straight after the game when he's heated and go, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to talk about that." Of course he's going to talk about it. They ask him a question, he's going to answer it. And it was a red card. Now, the one that a lot of people say he should say is the Alisson goal. Now, I've seen that Alisson goal a few times now from different angles. And what Klopp's trying to say is that Obama, he doesn't jump up straight. He jumps backwards with his arm back like that. And what Klopp's saying is usually that's classed as a foul on a goalkeeper. Personally, I don't think they should be fouls on goalkeepers. I think goalkeepers get far too much protection because a goalkeeper can flatten you grabbing a ball. So if a cross comes in, a goalkeeper can claim the ball and land on your arse, break your hip, and it's completely fine because there's a goalkeeper clearing you out. You jump up and little touch on the goalkeeper and it's called a foul. I think they get far too protected. So what Klopp is saying is he thinks by the letter of the law that should have been a foul and not a goal. But for me personally, I think it was a fine goal and just a mistake by Alisson. But of course, Klopp's going to be like that. All the best managers are. You show me a top drawer manager that blames himself for a loss. I've never seen one. I don't think you ever see one. Hi, Luca. Luca would know. Luca's an Arsenal boy, right? Arsene Wenger blamed everything but himself when Arsenal lost the football game. And all top class managers do, because they're not used to losing. So when they lose, it's like, where the fuck did that happen? Oh, it's a bit windy today. My players, Alex Ferguson against Southampton, Man United against Southampton. We lost because our shirts were grey and the players couldn't see each other. So they changed at half time, came out in blue shirts. And that's the reason we lost 6-3. That's why that is. Can I come on? I'm doing what's the day today? It's Wednesday, isn't it? Where are we? Friday I'm doing Stephen's show. On Saturday I'm doing a call-in show on Saturday, Luca. So because I've got to finish up in a minute because I've got to my daughter is actually sitting on my lap right now, so I've got to put her to bed. But on Saturday I'm doing a call-in show, and I was going to say at the end of the show, I'll say it now. So on Saturday I'm going to do a call-in show, and everyone can come in, and basically we can chat about anything related football-wise, and anything you want to talk about. What I'm going to start the video off is talking about the season so far, going through the top 6 clubs in the country, top 7 if you include Leicester, and going through the season so far through the first 11 games. While there's an international break on, there's nothing really to talk about. So I thought we could do that, talk about that, and then I can get you lot on, open the phone lines and get you guys on, and you can come in with your views on anything you want football related to your club or to do with Liverpool or anything like that. And we'll have a bit of fun on Saturday, guys. If you're all up for that, I don't mind. So Saturday we'll do top 7 Premier League at the moment in time, season review so far, and then we'll do a call-in show, get you guys on, have a laugh, have a bit of fun. Why not? Sounds good to me. Wenger never saw anything. Cheers, Luca. Yeah, you got a little one just here. So, but yeah, Saturday. Call in Saturday, Luca. We'll have a bit of fun. We could talk about the Arsenal game after the international break. Look forward to it, Joe. Excellent, John. Excellent. Like my stream, mate, from today. If you don't want to watch it, just like the video. I'll have a look at it, mate. I had a look at a few of your videos yesterday. I looked at your. I think there was one of yours. You did a Q&A. I think it was, and I think the Watford game. I think it was the Watford game. Yeah, I looked at a couple of yours earlier, fella. But yeah, you did a stream today. I'll have a look at that, fella, and I'll watch that before I go to bed tonight. Don't you worry. I'll have a like on that in the comment. Cricket was great today. Sammy changing the subject right out of you. Bang. Cricket was great today. If you're not an England fan, Sammy. New Zealand got their comeback, and yeah. Good luck to New Zealand in the final. I watched a little bit of it. So I was busy with the kids, but yeah, Sammy. What's the other semi-final? Was the other semi-final played yet, Sammy? Let me know. So yeah, Luca, I like your stream, mate. I'll give it a watch later, and yeah, I'll shout you out, mate. I'll shout you out. Luca, if you're still here, are you on a Twitter or anything like that? I'll give you a follow. So guys, we spoke about Gerard de Villa, the West Ham fans being salty and bitter at Klopp. I can understand. At the same time, all top managers are like that. And then, is there anything else you want to ask me, guys, before we go? Anything you want to ask me, I don't mind. John, who likes the cricket laugh out loud? Like playing it, could never watch you. John just coming straight out there. I don't mind cricket, John. I like all sport, to be fair. I like all sport. I'm just a sports person. So a little thing about me, guys. I'll let you know now. Little thing about me. I used to grow up loving football. Always played football on the streets, on the fields, local teams, school teams, your mates. Nothing too serious. I was pretty decent at football. Then I got into swimming. I was a good swimmer. I did national level at swimming. I did county level. Yeah, I was a decent little swimmer. Then I became an actual qualified coach. So I used to teach swimming. And yeah, it's a little bit about me there, guys. So I like all sport. I like cricket as well, John. Tuchel Conte. Yeah, I like cricket. I like all sport. Sport's brilliant. I got into cricket quite late in life, actually. I got into cricket in the 2005 Ashes, England Australia Ashes, 2005. That's when I got into cricket. I just stuck it on one day and was mesmerised by it, and I got into it since then. And I've always watched it. I like golf. I don't like playing golf, but I do like watching golf. I've got to say, especially the big events, the big majors. I do like watching a bit of golf. The wife can't understand that; she thinks it's the worst sport of all time. But no, I like if it's the, I won't watch like the lesser events, but if it's any of the four majors or the anything like that, I'll watch it. Or if it's the Ryder Cup, I'll watch it. Find it entertaining. Find it good sport. My big brother used to be a captain of Northern Ireland under 21. Where he had a bad injury. He was a centre back. Northern Ireland under 21. Wow. Oh man, that's bad. You hear a lot of that, John. A lot of good young promising players like your brother get these bad injuries, and that just sort of ends their career before it even gets started. You hear that quite a lot. You know, quite a lot. That's a real shame. How's he doing now? Is he still playing in some capacity, or is he doing other things now? But yeah, so football's obviously my main love. Always has been, always will be. So I do like a bit of cricket, I do like a bit of golf. I love boxing. And I love mixed martial arts. UFC, Bellator. I used to watch Pride FC back in the day, which pisses all over UFC now. Pride was the best. If everyone knows their MMA. Yeah, there's not many. I love athletics. Absolutely adore athletics. I like the sprinting. I used to be quite quick myself. I used to be very quick myself. I used to be a good sprinter when I was younger. Midfield, my football position was always centre midfield. I was a centre midfielder. And as I got a bit older and a little bit less mobile, I turned into Jan Mulby. I just stand there. I wouldn't run and just pass it left to right. You know, didn't need to move. That was me then. Any other questions, guys? Let me know before we end the stream. If there's anything you want to talk about. So, what did Sammy say? Yeah, he said Tuchel, Conte. Yeah, Conte for me, Sammy. You know, especially when you follow Conte's playing career. You know, you saw his playing career, Juventus and that, and he was always an exceptionally good player. And he took that into management. And you know, you look what he did for Juventus team. I know he's not got a great European record, Conte, but his domestic record's Can't argue it. He's a top quality manager. Was really bad. Hit the drink, and it could be that because of the injury, but it's a better place. Oh, I'm glad he's in a better place now, John. Best wishes to your brother, fella. Really, is that a question, Sammy? It's Roberto Carlos all day, fella. Marcelo. Marcelo's. I like him, but he's not Roberto Carlos, is he? Love Roberto Carlos. He also watches your channel. Like, oh, shout out to your brother, then, fella. Shout out to your brother. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing all right now. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, but Sammy, Roberto Carlos. I absolutely love Roberto Carlos. That Brazil team, you know, oh man. Sammy's Marcelo all day. All day? Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm not, I mean, there ain't much. That Brazil team of Cafu at right back and Roberto Carlos at left back. Jeez. That Real Madrid team was in the late 90s, early 2000s with Roberto Carlos at left back with the biggest thighs you've ever seen on a footballer. Man, he could hit a ball. Great player. Great player. And Marcelo is a great player also. I'll give you that. He's a good player. Dani Alves. Yeah, I like Dani Alves. Well underrated. Well, not underrated, but you know, you got like because Cafu was so good. I don't think Dani Alves ever got the respect Cafu got, and I don't think there was a lot between them. Sammy, you're smoking some funny shit. Oh God, is that to do with Roberto Carlos there, John? Marcelo. They're good, both good players. Marcelo was a fantastic left back, but Roberto Carlos. I mean, I'm old enough to remember Roberto Carlos maybe a bit clearer, but yeah, Roberto Carlos was something special. Something special. Dani Alves was a great fullback. I mean, that peak Barcelona team with Pep Guardiola, Alves was a massive part of that. I mean, Messi talks about Alves. They played on the same side of the pitch. And, you know, he was a very good fullback, Dani Alves, but I always preferred Cafu out of the two Brazilian boys. I always prefer Cafu as over Dani Alves, in my opinion. But Lahm was a great player as well. Absolutely tremendous player. He was so good. Did Pep Guardiola put defensive midfield for Bayern Munich when he was manager? I mean, he was that good. He went to defensive midfield and didn't look out of position. And then I think he played it for Germany for a little bit before he retired. Awesome. That's actually a hard one, actually. I'd say Lahm was the better defender. Lahm was the better defender, without a doubt. But Dani Alves going forward. Reminds me a bit of the Trent thing. You know, I always say this about Trent. If Trent was Brazilian, no one would care about his defending because he's attacking so good. You know, and that's a bit like Dani Alves for me. Busquets or Alonso. Jesus Christ, family. Wow. Bit different footballers, aren't they? Busquets may be the most underrated defensive midfielder of all time. I read somewhere about Busquets that in his whole playing career, and especially that peak time for Barcelona, he never ever got nominated in the top 30 for Ballon d'Or, ever. And you think of that midfield three when Barcelona basically ruled world football. You had Busquets, Xavi, and Iniesta. That's probably the best midfield three ever in European football. And Busquets was amazing. He's an amazing footballer, absolutely amazing. Now he can control the game from midfield, and he goes so unnoticed because he's not flashy. If he was more flashy, people would speak about him a bit more. But the stuff he does, it's a bit like Makelele when he was at Real Madrid. No one really ever spoke about Makelele at Real Madrid because he had his Zidanes there and all the Galacticos and all that. But as soon as Makelele left Real Madrid to go to Chelsea, Real Madrid didn't win anything for a while because the glue to that team had left. That's a bit like Busquets. So if I had to choose one of them for my team tomorrow, so say I either choose Busquets or Alonso to go into the Liverpool midfield tomorrow, I'd have Busquets. Busquets alongside Fabinho. You're never getting past that. That Barcelona midfield ruined my life. I bet it did you being a Madrid boy. Yeah, that Barca midfield was it ruined a lot of lives. To be fair, Sammy, it was up there with one of the best things I've seen. Absolutely amazing. So guys, I'm going to end this video here, guys. It's been a great one today. I really enjoyed it actually. I wasn't actually going to do a video today, but then I saw Edwards had left and there were some things to talk about today, like with Stevie getting a bit, I thought, I'll do a video. Why not? Let's get one out there. And I'm glad I did. I've had a great time. Had some new people come in today on the chat. That was really good. And so I really, really enjoyed that. So on Saturday, so I won't be on tomorrow. On Friday, I'm doing Stephen's channel. I'm doing the quiz on Stephen's channel. Statman. So get on his channel, guys. I'm on there Friday doing the quiz. So wish me luck on that. And I'll be back on Saturday. On Saturday, I'll be back for a live on Saturday, guys. And what I said I'll do, we'll look at the Premier League season so far, between the top 6, 7, include Leicester in that. See how the season's going so far for everybody else. Looking at the games coming up. So we've got Arsenal coming up after the international break. And then we'll have a call-in show after, guys. And you can all call in and we can talk about whatever's on your mind, how you feel the season's going, how Liverpool's going, and stuff like that. So we'll have a good one Saturday, guys, yeah? Well, so, guys, that's it from me today. So, guys, hit them likes, guys, if you've not already done so. And I will see you on Saturday. Just watch out for me on Twitter, guys. I'm usually tweeting quite a lot now. So talk to me on there. And I'll see you